The 89th legislative session is in full swing. Thousands of bills have already been filed by legislators. Accordingly, the debate details on bills can get overlooked, even on critical legislation. That's why we've asked legislators to come to TPPF to discuss their bills to ensure you are on top of the most important issues making their way through the Texas Capitol. This is The Layout. I'm Noah Torres, Policy Scholar for TPPF's Center on Health and Families. Today we're discussing SB 942 with Chairman Bryan Hughes from Senate District 1. Chairman Hughes, welcome to The Layout.
Noah, thanks for having me.
SB 942 would allow courts to order a man who fathers a child to pay retroactive child support for the child calculated from the earliest possible date of conception. Now, Chairman, tell us what sparked the need for this legislation.
Believe it or not, during debate on pro-life bills, recognizing the fact that unborn child growing inside her mother's womb is a living human being worthy of protection of the laws. And so in debate on pro-life bills, actually some folks who didn't like the pro-life bills we were filing said, well, if you believe the unborn child is a human being deserving of protection in her mother's womb, then why doesn't child support go back that far? And we said, you're right, it ought to. We were embarrassed we hadn't thought of that. And if you think about what child support is about, it's about the father taking responsibility and helping the mom. The mom obviously bears the brunt of those expenses in addition to what the pregnancy is for her, the experience, often difficult experience. And so it just makes sense. And so the bill started there, and we're excited about it.
Excellent. Now, can you take us through the bill and describe how it works?
So child support guidelines already exist in Texas. If a man has been adjudicated, found by a court to be a father, or acknowledges that he is a father of a child, he has a responsibility for child support if the parents are not together, not married. And so a framework already exists. The Attorney General's office has hundreds of lawyers whose job is to enforce child support orders. So we take that existing framework and plug into this. And so once we determine the approximate date or exact date of the child's conception, as close as we can get, we recognize the mom has expenses that start long before birth. Prenatal care, changes that she has to deal with and preparation she has to make. So it takes the existing child support framework and backs it up to reflect when the child begins to grow inside her mother's womb, which is also when the cost and responsibilities really start.
Mm-hmm. So how would the lives of Texans be impacted if this bill was passed and implemented?
Well, it means moms, single moms in particular, who don't have the help and support of the father will get more help, more support. And we also hope that it makes all of us think and remember that little baby has been growing inside her mother's womb several months before she was born. And so we think it's good all around.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people are saying that this bill would incentivize family breakup and fatherlessness. How would you reply to that?
Well, if child support did not already exist, we can understand maybe the argument that for a long time now, the law has recognized that a father is responsible for that child, whether the parents are married, whether the parents are together. So that's existed for a long time. This just recognizes that responsibility starts not at birth, but at conception.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of feedback have you received since filing this bill?
It's been positive. Again, initially, this came up in the context of pro-life legislation, and it was almost as an argument line or even a joke. But we realized how serious this was. We believe this is going to be a bipartisan bill. Pretty much everybody agrees that mom needs help, and her needs for help with that pregnancy don't start at the moment of birth.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chairman.
Thanks for having me.
This is The Layout.